Hello everyone and welcome back to the PCL D-League, where today I'm bringing you guys my week 3 battle against the Atlanta Aerodactyls. The last week, if you haven't watched the video yet, we took the W. Shane Delord put in a lot of work, picked up 5 kills, was really happy, won 3-0. So as of right now, we are 1-1 and +2, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't remember exactly. But today we are playing the Atlanta Aerodactyls, and they have a pretty scary team. They got first overall pick with Dialga, and then they built a team around that, which Dialga is pretty insane. His full team is Dialga, Mega Lopunny, Gliscor, Sylveon, Slowking, Incineroar, Shaman, Garbodor, Kyagonal, I think that's how you say it. It's like the little like snowflake ice looking thing. Thunderous Eye and Registeel. So he's got a pretty solid team going on here. But I feel I was able to prep for it pretty nicely. I'm gonna go over the team in just a second. But yeah, if you haven't already watched the past 3 videos on my PCL current run, please go watch them, or at least, you know, give them a like or whatever. And yeah, let's just hop right into it. So the first mod we have up for today is Dialga, or not Dialga, Darkrai. Different mods, but you know, same thing. So not the same thing. What am I saying? Anyways, Darkrai. So pretty standard set on Darkrai here. We got Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb, and Focus Blast. And Focus Blast was just kind of there to kind of hit the Mega Lopunny if I needed to. It was kind of like a last resort. And I could actually run Modest this week. I didn't need to run Timid for anything. So that was pretty hype. We ran Life Orb, Modest, Max Speed, Max Special Attack, and 4 HP. Pretty standard Darkrai set. Focus Blast, like I said, was just kind of there for Mega Lopunny. Next up, we have Buzzwole with, instead of Life Orb, we put on Extra Belt. Expert Belt. I'm all over the place today. With Ice Punch, Drain Punch, Leech Life, and Bulk Up. Another pretty sort of standard Buzzwole set. Nothing too crazy. Just enough speed to outspeed an Incineroar with 252 plus. And I believe, yeah, it was just for that. Oh, and uninvested Gliscor, in case for some reason I want to stay in on that. Next up, we have Nidoqueen, another offensive Sheer Force Nidoqueen week with Life Orb, Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, Earth Power, and Ice Beam. I didn't feel that I needed to run like Choice Scarf or anything to outspeed the Dialga, because I was sort of pretty much living a hit from most of Dialga's moves except for like Draco Meteor, but that was about it. So realistically, I didn't feel like I needed to run like a super fast or Choice Scarfed Nidoqueen, but in hindsight, I probably should have. You'll see that in the battle in a second. But yeah, Ice Beam just kind of hits the Thundurus. Earth Power hits the Dialga and Incineroar, and just, you know, a bunch of other things for stab. Thunderbolt, just another coverage move for Slowking, and then Sludge Wave, just another standard stab move. Next up, we have Kartana with knockoff Sacred Sword, Leaf Blade, and Smart Strike, and banded Kartana this week, not Choice Scarf. Banded 252 plus. I didn't feel I needed to run the speed to outspeed anything really in particular on this team, so we opted for banded 252 plus, which is going to be doing a lot of damage to anything it hits. I haven't used Kartana yet this season. Actually, haven't used it at all in draft format, so I was really excited with this set. Obviously, it's gonna die to a lot of, you know, special attackers, but you know, we have workarounds for that. And then Rotom Wash, which Rotom, Darkrai, and Skarmory, and I think Nidoqueen too. I don't know. I think Nidoqueen. They're all Pokemon that I've brought every week so far. But again, just another standard Rotom Wash set with Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Defog. Will-O-Wisp is nice to get off on a lot of his mons. Defog just there in case rocks start getting annoying. And then finally, Skarmory again. Instead of Iron Head this week, we opted for Brave Bird since, you know, it was just doing more damage. We didn't really need Iron Head for anything. and Roost, Taunt, and Stealth Rock with which is with what was it, Rocky Helmet, which is sort of becoming like my favorite item to use more recently. Really nice just to get like that extra bit of chip off on things that want to U-turn on you, or just any physical attackers that you switch into. So yeah, Rocky Helmet, I really like this item. I'm starting to like it a lot. I don't know if I run it all the time, but so far it's been pretty nice for me. So yeah, I'm kind of flustered around because I've been super busy these past like couple of days, because I actually had to do next week's battle on Monday, which that video won't be coming up until next week, but I had to battle ahead. I had to do a bunch of schoolwork and all that fun stuff, and then I'm leaving for a trip to Florida next week, or actually tomorrow. So if I seem a little like flustered in this video and not really like my thoughts just aren't straight, that's why, but I do need to get this video out. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and move right on to the battle. Again, sorry for kind of like my my scattered thoughts all over the place. Yeah, so we'll get right into the battle. Okay, so here we are with the battle, and as you can see, he brought Dialga, Registeel, Gliscor, Sylveon, Thunderous Eye, and Incineroar. That's the name of that Pokemon. Now I mentioned earlier that we didn't really need Iron Head for anything. That was because the Sylveon either way was going to be eating an Iron Head from Skarmory or a Sludge Wave from Nidoqueen, so it didn't really matter which move I was clicking on it. So we just opted for Brave Bird just because it hits really hard for most of his team, and it's nice to just have that flying coverage because I didn't have any on there, or have any on my team. So yeah, he brought pretty much what I was expecting him to bring, I'd say. Nothing was too out of the ordinary here. Dialga was sort of a given. Thunder's Eyes is pretty strong. Incineroar for the Kartana and the Buzzwole and my Skarmory, but you know that doesn't matter since we outspeed with Buzzwole, and we also outspeed with Kartana. Rotom Wash also just walls it. Thunderous Eye, we just that thing's easy to deal with too. We have Nidoqueen and all that stuff. Same thing with Gliscor. So let's just hop right into it. Again, sorry for sort of being all over the place. It's been a long week. Let's just say that, and I have to record this battle and then record my week 4 battle right after this. So let's hop right into it. He is going to lead here in a second, and so we lead Rotom actually. Start off with that. I lead Rotom. Just felt like my safest lead. I could pretty much volt switch on anything on his team. He's gonna lead Dialga. Now, I can't really get too much about his set here right off the bat, but we do know that he is not going to be Life Orb because he clicks a Draco, which he actually misses turn 1, which is perfect for me because that thing was doing a lot to me, that Draco. So we click Volt Switch just to get out of there safely, see what we want to do. We go straight into Kartana, which is going to threaten this thing out most likely, because Sacred Sword was just killing. So he withdrew Dialga and goes straight into Registeel. And not really sure what he was thinking here, to be honest, because Sacred Sword, even if I wasn't banded, was going to do a decent amount, at least half. But as you see, since we're banded in 252 plus, that does a lot. And he is leftover, so he is just going to withdraw straight out of there because he doesn't want to lose a mod already. And he goes straight into Gliscor. I think at that point he knew that I was banded, so he knows that I'm banded into Sacred Sword. I just click it again. It does a decent amount. It does about like 20%, which isn't a whole lot, but still a decent amount for Kartana on a Gliscor. So I decided, okay, we can probably just switch out safely into Rotom here, see what he wants to do. He's gonna click a U-turn, gain some momentum back, which is fine. U-turn not really doing too much to me. I'm just gonna leftovers a decent amount of that back. He's gonna go right back out into Dialga, because I'm pretty sure he knows that a Draco is just gonna kill this thing if I don't have like, even with 252 plus special defense and 252 HP, this thing was doing a lot. He's gonna click Fire Blast, expecting me to switch out, which I don't, so I just eat that straight up. And I just Volt Switch out because there's no really need for me to hard switch into anything, because not many mods on my team like to take a Fire Blast or Draco Meteor. So I'm thinking, okay, we know he's not Life Orbed. So he's either Scarfed or he's, you know, Specs, which I didn't think he was Specs. So I sort of assumed at this point that he was Scarfed, but I didn't really know for sure. And now you're gonna see what he actually is, which he is Scarfed because he outsped my Kartana, and Kartana is gonna go down almost right away. It is not going to take that Fire Blast lightly. So we do know now that he is Scarfed, so I can just go out into Nidoqueen because he is just gonna eat a Fire Blast, and I'm starting to realize that I don't have much for a Scarfed Dialga at this point. So we just have to play around that, however, however I play around at this match, which you'll see. So I just click Earth Power because anything that was coming in was gonna take a decent amount from Earth Power. He just goes Incineroar. I'm not really sure what the play was there, but he does go out straight into Thunders right after, and he thinks that I'm Scarfed, I'm pretty sure, so he's just gonna Hidden Power, which I'm not. And that Hidden Power does nothing to me, and I just click Ice Beam, and then this thing goes down. So back-to-back kills for Nidoqueen there. I'm not sure if, I don't know why he thought I was Scarfed, or just assumed that, because Ice Beam either way was going to kill, even if I was Scarfed. Not really sure what the plan was there. So he just goes into Dialga, and at this point, Draco is going to kill from there. So I didn't want my Nidoqueen going down, because this was the only thing that was saving me from Dialga at this point, was a Nidoqueen, since the cart went down. And he's just gonna click Draco Meteor. My Rotom lives on 30, and the special attack does go down, obviously, since it's, Draco Meteor. Which I'm trying to get him to click Draco as much as I can this match, because the lower special attack he has, the more switch-ins I have for this thing. Because nothing on my team outspeeds a Scarf Dialga. So I just let Rotom go down. He clicks Draco again. He's at -4 now, and that also was a crit, but obviously crit didn't matter. He's at -4 now. He either stays in and just lets this thing go down, or he switches out. He is going to switch out here, obviously. So yeah, you can see here that Scarf Dialga is doing a lot to my team. So I just kind of gotta switch out in and out of Mons, safely, and not really waste my chances here. I really need to play around a Scarf Dialga well. He just goes into Glasgow. I click the Earth Power, turn back, and it doesn't do anything. But then we just click Ice Beam the next turn, and this thing goes down. He goes back into Dialga, which again, a Draco kills from here, so I can't really stay in and hope that it misses, because it's still 90% accurate, but it does have the chance to miss. But I didn't really want to play with that, so I just switch out and go into Skarmory. So he is just gonna straight click Fire Blast, which I'm pretty sure this thing just goes down. Actually, no, Sturdy, duh. I either need to get this thing to click Draco on a few Mons, or just get it locked into Fire Blast, because Fire Blast was doing only like half to my Nidoqueen. But Draco was killing. So I really needed to play around. I needed him to either click Fire Blast or Draco. So now he's locked into Fire Blast. He has no choice but to switch out here, which is fine. He goes out into Sylveon. I just click Earth Power again, because Earth Power is going to do a solid amount to this thing. Pretty sure. Now here we have probably the most interesting exchange I've ever had in Mons. So he obviously doesn't want to switch into Dialga, and he knows I am not Scarfed or Specs in any way. So I just click Earth Power here, seeing what he wants to do. He's just gonna click Wish, which the next turn, I don't think Sludge Wave kills from here. It might. Oh yeah, I do click Sludge Wave here, because obviously it's gonna kill, but he just clicks Protect. So he is Wish Protect, and this is where I gotta kind of think, okay, so he's either gonna let this thing go down eventually, or he's just gonna go hard Dialga whenever he thinks I'm gonna click Sludge Wave. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, do I click Sludge Wave this turn, or do I click Earth Power? That's what I was like debating through these next turns. So I just click Earth Power, because I just wanted to see, like, again, what he was gonna do. He's just gonna click Wish again. So I'm like, okay, now eventually this thing is gonna die, because I win this. He has really no way of hitting me, except for if he chips me down with like a Moonblast or something, which if he does chip me down, that puts me at 50%, and then I am in range, or Hyper Voice actually, puts me in range of a Fire Blast from Dialga. So now I'm like, okay, so I need to kill this thing eventually, or it's just going to keep chipping me down, and then I can't really safely be in on the Dialga. So yeah, I was clicking Earth Power on turns thinking that, okay, he's eventually going to he's eventually going to switch into Dialga, and that Sludge Wave does a lot. So, you know, he's just going to keep wishing, and I'm thinking to myself, like, hey, he's going to have either switches eventually or this thing goes down. I was hoping that he was going to eventually switch, but he's just going to protect again and then get all that health back with Wish. And I'm like, okay, at this point, he's probably not going to switch out. I can just click Sludge Wave and this thing is going to die. And that's exactly how the rest of this exchange goes. I was really like trying to think, okay, does he switch now? Does he stay in? This thing would have been dead a long time ago if I would have just kept on clicking Sludge Wave, but I really was expecting him to like switch out into Dialga whenever I click Sludge Wave, or whenever he thought that I was going to click Sludge Wave. So yeah, at this point he's just going to protect again, get that health back with Wish. I was really hoping that he would go into Dialga there, actually, because now his Sylveon is in range of a Sludge Wave, but then I'm like, oh shoot, he can just protect again. Forgot about that after I clicked Earth Power. But it doesn't matter. Sludge Wave pretty sure kills this thing finally. So this thing would have been dead a long time ago, and I probably should have... Oh, it's not dead yet, but it's really close. I realistically should have killed this thing when I had the chance earlier before I clicked Hyper Voice, because now I'm in a weird spot where I can't like switch into a Scarf Fire Blast from Dialga, because it's doing about 50 to 60%. So yeah, I'm just clicking things. This Sylveon is finally gonna go down on this next turn here once I click Sludge Wave again. And currently I have Nidoqueen, Buzzwole, and Darkrai still left in the back, so I'd still have a chance to pull this out if I play correctly. And so I did predict him to switch out there, actually, thinking that he was going to go into either Registeel or Dialga, which is why I clicked Earth Power. So he did switch out. Thankfully he did. But now he just goes straight into Dialga, and he is going to be able to freely click either Draco or Fire Blast, and I don't want that to happen since, again, Nidoqueen is the only thing that is killing this thing. So I just go into Buzzwole, thinking that he's going to click... Well, he has to click one of the two. He's going to click Draco, which is good for me because now he's going to be at -2 after this. So he either switches out or he stays in and does less damage to me, and I don't think -2 Draco would have killed my Nidoqueen. Actually, no, it would have, because I go Dark right here. So I need him to click Draco again so he can get to -4, but he doesn't do that. He just goes on to Sylveon, which is fine. Pretty sure I click Sludge Bomb here, or no, I click Focus Blast. We actually land the Focus Blast, which in the next few turns is going to be kind of annoying. The special defense drop is also nice too. So we land the Focus Blast, and then 2 also get the hacks with the special defense drop, which is insane. Which now freely allows me to freely click Sludge Bomb, and then this thing dies because it wasn't dying anyways without it being at -1. So that's hype. So now he has no choice but to go into Dialga here, and they get, okay, I have Focus Blast. It just landed. I really have no other choice but to click Focus Blast. I'm like, okay, if Focus Blast lands, we win. He's gonna click Flash Cannon, which puts me at 25 health. I click Focus Blast and we miss, and I am so upset because oh man, if Focus Blast would have hit there, that match was mine. I feel I played the best I could around a Scarf Dialga when I literally had like no prep for a Scarf Dialga. So yeah, now he just clicks Flash Cannon here and he wins the game. So we lose 1-0 to, I guess you could call it hacks, because it's still 70% chance to hit, which isn't the greatest odds, but still more than 50%. So the odds were in my favor there. But you know, we still ended up missing anyways. So super upsetting loss there. Thankfully it was only a 1-0, so that doesn't like kill my differential that much. but having the win there would have been nice. Would have been super nice to have the 2-0 win there. Great game to Love and his Atlanta Aerodactyls. If you want to go see his side of the battle, his link and all the other coaches' links will be in the description below. I realizing it now, Scarf Dialga does put a pretty big dent in my team, but at the same time, I feel I made the switches when I need to. I made the predictions when I needed to win that match. If only Focus Blast would have hit. But yeah, so I guess that's just a lesson for me, you know, to not use 70% accurate moves, or at least rely on them, because now we are 1-2 because of it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this week's battle. Like I mentioned earlier, I am gonna be gone in Florida for about a week for my week 5 match. So I did have to do my week 4 match a bit early. I'm gonna go record that right now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Peace out.